It's our off-air pod show. It's our off-air pod show. Jack loves Hubba Bubba. Blah 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 Frampa Joe.
Ow.
Hello. We on here?
We're on, yeah.
This is the Off-Air Podcast. I am Liam. That there is Ben.
Hello there.
Belle is here.
Hello.
So is Prod Andy.
Present.
I say that because he's a Protestant, not because he's a producer. No, he's actually both. Fun fact. Yeah. And I am a Catholic.
Uh-oh. That's why these two are always beefing.
Yeah. Really comes out at 8:01.
Prod Tina, are you Celtic or Rangers? What do you...
You should be Orthodox, I would
I
have
am
thought.
Orthodox, yes.
Could have picked that. So you're more an Olympiakos fan.
Correct.
Rock and roll.
Whatever that means.
And Jack, Prod Jack is also here.
Yes, I'm here and business.
And
Do you observe any
football-
religion, Jack?
Yeah.
No religions, and I support a League Two football team.
Oh, who do you support again?
Wimbledon.
Wimbledon, yeah.
Yeah.
I sort of... Because of Akinfenwa, or...
No, not sorry.
Sounded like you swore.
Hey?
Akinfenwa.
Akinfenwa.
I know you're not. I know you're not, but it sounds like you swore.
Because of whatever.
Whoa!
Because of Akin.
I mean, gee whiz.
Because of
Be
Akin.
very
1
careful.
minute.
Let's all let's bleep everything.
I didn't. I said his name.
I know.
Because
I
what
know.
you said sounded like two things that were bad.
Yeah. No, it was bad.
I really didn't
Yeah.
enjoy what.
No, I support
We'll
them
be
because
scrubbing that one.
they are made. They're one of their major sponsors. Was an actual. It was a YouTuber,
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
John Green, the author and YouTuber.
Hang on, so a soccer team that you follow is like on the smaller scale, small enough that a YouTuber sponsored them?
Well, they were a big team. They actually won the 1989 FA
Bro,
Cup.
Look at this. Akinfenwa. The beast, man.
And
Stockiest player of all
boy.
time. Dude, look
Then-
at his arm, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
So is that like in the AFL world? Is that like the VFL?
it'd be like 2 legs down. Yeah.
So lower than the Sandful.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's weird.
Well, it's like,
it's
don't
not
look at tiers,
comparable.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's like, yeah, people would pay to go and watch.
Yeah,
Wimbledon
they're
so,
professional,
Yeah.
but they...
He would make a living off of it.
Do you know how it works?
No, I thought there was like Sandful, and then there was below the Sandful.
So,
and then-
so the Premier League has 20 teams,
yeah.
and
The bottom get relegated.
The bottom 3 get relegated to the league below that,
Yeah.
and the top 3 get relegated
And that
above.
goes down how many leagues?
Heaps.
All the way down.
Heaps
like,
and heaps
all
and
the
heaps.
way.
14, I
How
think
far
it's
Yeah,
down?
like heaps and
So
heaps.
that's what
How many?
that
Give me a
dozens.
number.
So that's what
24
I thought it
or
was
something.
So there's
14.
like a 23rd league, and there's a team
Yeah,
playing in
and-
that.
Yeah, but
there's
they are professional. They would be semi-professional
it's
or
not
amateurs.
that many,
Right.
maybe, but anyway, this team got moved. Like it got bought and then moved, and their supporters hated it. So and they basically created the team from scratch again after their team was moved, and they started in the shit kicker leagues, and then they got
As in
all
like
the way.
down to like let's say 18 or something like
Yeah,
that.
and then they got, and it's owned by the fans, and then it got brought all the way up to, I think they got to League One.
Whoa.
And so that's League One, Championship,
Yep.
Premier League,
Oh, okay.
and then they're in League Two now. But yeah, it was a big story. So it was
Yeah, right.
Vinnie Jones played for them, I think. In
Really?
1999.
Vinnie Jones
I
from
think. She's the man.
The Condemned.
Yeah.
Two different
He's also
films.
in the new Gentleman series, which is just
Is he?
slightly the best thing on Netflix.
Yeah.
He was also
Literally.
on Masked Singer a couple of years ago.
And he's on Lockstock.
Was he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vinnie Jones.
What was his name?
he
And
was-
Snatch.
he played for Wimbledon and Chelsea,
Yeah.
actually.
Yes.
But
So
yeah,
he was a
that's,
good
that's all
player.
I follow.
Yeah, Chelsea weren't.
West Ham.
When
Oh
when
my
he played for
God.
Chelsea, though, they weren't quite the Chelsea of today.
Yeah.
Even though
No.
Chelsea of today are pretty shit as
Good
well.
movie. I recommend if anyone's looking for a movie to watch that's after like a pure action movie, The Condemned.
Is that where all the prisoners get sent to an island? They all got to kill each other.
Yeah, so they're all on death row.
Yeah,
and
that's
so this
right,
millionaire guy goes around and buys their like contracts, like buys them free, buys their freedom.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then so there's 10 of them. Puts a little ankle bracelet on them that if you try and escape, it'll explode. If you do something wrong, it'll explode.
Yeah.
And so they all 10 of them get dropped on a remote island, and the last one alive gets their freedom.
Spoiler alert on Condemned. Do they break into the control room at the end?
Yep.
Yeah, I've
It's
seen it.
shades of that Japanese film Battle Royale.
I haven't
seen
seen
that.
that. But it stars
Love that movie.
Stone Cold Steve
Yeah.
Austin. He's the main
That's
star.
right, Stone Cold. What was the film? There was a little bit there with lots of wrestlers were in films.
Yeah,
and
John Cena was in one, The Marine.
Yeah, the Marine, and then there was also wasn't Kane in
opposite
one?
The Rock. Yeah, Kane was in one. Hear no evil, see no evil.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's the one
that
I
was
was
the
thinking.
horror.
I
Oh,
have not heard of that one.
That was the horror.
I'll
yeah.
or
see-
seen of that one.
Yeah.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson is in lots of them.
Jungle.
Yeah, Jungle. Yeah. Tina, can you name it? What are you guys?
Yeah, I was so
What are you
distracted.
doing
over there?
So
I'm so
Andy
distracted.
and
Stop.
Belle have.
No,
It's actually so
don't
annoying.
Andy me.
Andy, I feel like we were in a zone you would have enjoyed where it was like wrestlers
you
that have been
guys
in
are
movies.
pissing
Belle
around.
broke
Belle
something.
broke the screen.
Yeah, and she was fully lifting a screen out of the TV.
We can
Andy did
sort
it
that out
first.
another time.
I did not break it first. Look at
Well,
mine's
no, but you were
fine.
lifting it, so I went, ooh.
No, I
mate.
wasn't.
Sorry, it was so boring, whatever was going on over there.
It's
That
actually very
I
fast. I think we're
It
actually
was actually pretty
we're on
fun.
a
Somehow.
flow. Andy, favorite
So-
wrestler that's in a movie? Like, what's the movie?
I rest my case.
Great.
But
Great
make it niche,
question.
not like Bautista in Guardians.
Oh, that's actually pretty
I
good.
have
Good one.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
that's not
good.
that's not
He's a
boutique.
real actor though. Now I would say.
Yeah.
Same with John Cena now.
I'm a bit rocked by Belle. So I don't know what. I don't know
It's a
what.
rock
He's
movie
been thrown.
I don't know what you've said, but I love, and it's not a niche actor, but it's a niche film. But well, not a niche film, but The Rock is the Scorpion King, which was his, breakout role. Is
Yes,
is
it was his
superb.
breakout role.
Yeah, you're allowed to say that. That's like a funnier rock one.
That's
that
an
we didn't
iconic
think
one.
of.
Yeah.
Geez, so any qualms with the way anyone left work yesterday, or it all seemed pretty cool?
I think tonight is a real litmus
Yeah.
test
Tonight's the
because last night was like a bit.
You were just joking around and
Yeah.
like, we're getting pizza and stuff like that. So
Yeah. It's
And
good.
the night before was also a bit.
I think next week will be the real test.
All right, Tina.
oh,
I would like to say a big well done to some of the memes thrown out in the Alpha Squad.
Oh yeah.
Not even related to Liam leaving the way he leaves, but orb ball really got me.
yeah.
oh yeah. instead of
Liam is
dodgeball.
clutching the orb as we speak.
Arvin has gone like next level in the meme sphere where he had a video from Wolf of Wall Street where he says, "I'm not effing leaving," but then he modified it. And then the caption was like, "This is Liam after work," and it was like, "I'm leaving." He'd edited the audio. It was crazy.
I'm leaving.
Very good.
But yeah, no, I'll probably be pretty chill. Be taking my sweet
So you're
time
staying for
tonight.
pizza night tonight?
You gonna watch the footy with us?
No, I won't be doing that, but I will be slowly sort of, yeah.
Okay.
Why are you staying for pizza night, Bill?
Because I don't have anything else to do.
Exactly. I got a thing to do.
What are you doing? Eating.
No, I'm saying I dropped my wife at work at 6:30, and I'm switched on, like I'm sure you all are, all day, and then I have about an hour and a half before I go to sleep again, where I can spend some time with my partner, and that's what I choose to do, and that's what I like to do. So.
It feels like you've been thinking about what you're going to say all day. It feels like
maybe a little bit.
They caught me on the hop in the pod yesterday, and if they come at me tonight, I've got my responses.
You're not wrong, but even-
and we haven't come out yet, so you've got. Was I fine leaving yesterday? It's like, yeah, you were fine, man. It's all good. Because, I got to get home to Sarah.
You're one step below having cue cards in front of you. But it's just, I think
Whoa.
next week will be the real test because that's when things have calmed down and we're back to normal, see how you actually go.
Yeah, fair enough.
Can I interject? Two other ones that no one said. I have used Google for this.
Oh, gosh.
Whoa.
What?
We've done.
I've turned my mic sock inside out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So two other wrestlers that are in movies that I think everyone in the room will
Can
enjoy.
you maybe give us a little quiz on, or like name the film and then name the wrestler?
I
or-
just think that if I say it, everyone will go, "Oh."
Okay.
Whereas if I play the
Sorry.
game, might
Tina
be the
and I
same
won't.
effect.
all good, all good, all
I know
good.
some.
Yeah, I
it's
think.
a-
I used to
Tina's
watch
in on it.
WWE and SmackDown.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you both have seen.
Yeah.
Everyone in this room has seen these movies.
Okay.
You might not know the wrestlers, but I mean, I know Andy, Jack, and Liam probably will. Liam, this one particularly, I think you'll enjoy this one. Macho Man, Randy Savage, Spider-Man.
Bonesaw,
yeah. Bonesaw, yeah.
The human spider.
Other one-
He's I wish all wrestlers were still like him, like real roided up, like where their head's gonna explode. Well, his head did
Hulk
explode
Hogan.
at some
Yeah.
point. Like, but when you see
Is he
that,
dead?
Well, what era is that, Andy?
yeah.
What era is
The
the...
Attitude
Randy
Spider-Man.
Savage.
Yeah.
Randy Savage is like
80s,
like,
yeah.
like late
That's
80s,
fine,
early
yeah.
90s
Yeah.
kind of.
Is
Yeah.
that that's not Attitude Era though, is it?
the
That's
gold-
90s.
No,
Golden era.
Attitude Era was late 90s.
He's more like Hulk Hogan,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Ric
Ric Flair.
Flair,
Yeah,
sorta, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even
like
know wrestling, but
Ultimate Warrior, Big Boss Man, Jake
Yeah.
the Snake, like
Yeah.
all those kind of guys.
Yeah, Andre the Giant.
Even him, he was a little bit older, I would say.
Where was
he?
Ultimate
Yeah.
Warrior
Is he
from?
70s?
I don't. No one say parts unknown. Where was he actually from? Does anyone know? Because I had a thing in my brain that he was Australian, but I don't think
Nah,
that's
I
right.
think he's an American guy.
Andre
cool.
the Giant was actually in a movie called...
Oh, Princess
The
Bride.
Princess
Yeah.
Bride, yes.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
A classic.
Very good. Maybe I should play the game.
See?
Yeah, maybe I should play the game.
Yeah,
So do I say...
he's dead too.
Do I say wrestler or do I say movie?
I'll leave it up to you.
Say
Dealer's choice.
Say wrestler. I would have got.
right,
I would have
yeah,
got those
yeah. But
last
then-
two.
All
Off
right. This wrestler's been said. No one said the movie yet. Hulk Hogan. Hulk
I
Hogan.
reckon you should say the movie.
You reckon?
Well,
It's too late now.
This would be a good reveal though. Hulk Hogan. What's he in?
Don't look at me.
Big movie.
Is he
Yeah,
like
what?
in something
No.
where you just like he's in it as Hulk Hogan, like
Yeah,
for a
like,
cameo,
like, Home Alone or something.
When
like
was
that.
it?
It's not
When
that
was this?
funny.
When was this film? Can you
Like,
give us
you
an
know,
age range?
He's in it. His name is Thunderlips.
Is that is that a Adam Sandler film?
No.
Okay.
What year range was the film come out? Did the film
It
come
was. I want to say 70s.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Was
I
it?
think 70s.
Was it Crocodile Dundee?
No.
What is
Was
it?
Paul Hogan?
Rocky 3.
Oh shit!
Ah,
He was in Rocky.
He was in Rocky 3. It's Rocky versus Thunderlips.
there you go.
Yeah.
I don't
And it's like
remember
him
that.
like wearing a big red cape and he's got a big white top hat on and he comes out as Hulk Hogan.
I love a cape.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I completely
Yeah.
forgot that.
Yeah, it's obscure.
That's Clubber Lang. That's Mr. T. That one 3.
Really?
Yep, it is. Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
T. Yep, it is correct.
So is it like a thing where Rocky's sort of doing a thing for the cash where he's doing a wrestling event at the start and it's like really brief?
I think that might be what it is. Yeah.
It's not like he's having an actual fight with a guy
Yeah.
called Thunderlips.
Ronda
Thunderlips
Rousey.
is so funny. She's. Oh my god! It's a comedy,
Fast and
isn't it?
Furious.
Correct.
Oh,
Dana!
Quite like
Dana
Fast
goes
and-
bang.
Which one? 6.
7.
Damn.
7. And the rest are kind of boring. John Cena's in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of stuff.
He's
as
in
well.
a lot
He's
of
in a lot of
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
And Ricky's Danicki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sticky
that's
Renicky.
the end of my list.
Okay.
Very
well, thank
good.
you.
Yeah. I
I,
think Belle tuned out.
I did.
I watched an interview today with Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor, like interviewing each other
Roadhouse.
for Roadhouse. It was really cool.
Roadhouse.
Yeah.
I wanted to do a live stream idea where we all watch Roadhouse, but it seems logistically hard because you can't obviously have the movie because that'd be
No,
copyright.
but it'd be a watch along. Once it comes out, we should do it. Like, is
Yeah,
it?
it's not a great live stream idea. It's more of a video you film.
But-
No, but it could
but
be.
I still want to do that bit
because Post Malone's in it, so I was like, "Oh, Belle."
Oh,
so you'll be
really?
invested because Post
Oh,
when
Malone's
it comes
in
out
for
to
Posty, yeah.
when it comes out on streaming.
But I'm
we
pretty
should
sure
do it.
I'm pretty sure it's an Amazon movie.
Yeah, will it come out on
Oh,
Amazon?
I'm
as
pretty
well?
sure
you're
it's an
saying
Amazon movie
we
and we can
live
do it.
stream it, and you go, "Hey, get it up," and
Press
we watch
play
it together,
now.
and then
Yeah.
we're live
But
streaming.
That's
that's
what you can
good
do,
to
but-
do as a video so anyone can watch it at their own
That's true.
time.
But I know on Twitch that you can watch Amazon. I'm pretty sure you
'Cause
can watch
it's-
Amazon movies.
Twitch is
right?
owned by
Amazon,
Amazon.
yeah.
Oh, really? So you can watch the
I think
movie.
it's an Amazon movie. Yeah.
We'll look it up. We'll look it up.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
No, because didn't we? Weren't we gonna do that when we said pick an Amazon film and then
Yeah, and
you
someone
guys
said,
picked frickin',
Bicentennial Man.
No, yeah, that's what we picked, and then someone in the App Store suggested another one that was also very funny.
wasn't it like Pirates of the Caribbean or something?
No,
I
it was a
don't know,
really weird, obscure movie. Yeah.
What are you going to do about that screen you've broken?
What did you do? You're fiddling with it.
She was
Oh, well,
fiddling with it.
Andy lifted his up and I went, oh, that's cool. So then I went to lift mine up and then
pulls
it
the whole
black.
thing out.
Sunk into the desk and it was pulled out, and I
it's
was
just,
very
it's just gone
scared.
black.
Yeah, that's bad for a screen.
Well, that one's black. Every studio has a black
I can
one.
turn
so.
this one on.
Can you?
Yes, and I
good
can't
luck.
turn that one on.
I'd like to make a confession for my business. Something was brought up a couple of off airs ago about how, we're in a new time and we're doing things differently. A la there's
Liam
people-
leaving.
Oh, yeah. My confession's in. No.
You think you want to start at 3 p.m., Jack? Oh, I'm glad someone's flagged it.
No. When we come into the car park, I was once asked, do you cut the corner now? And I said,
yes.
yeah, I still do it because I'm a maverick. I don't care about that.
yeah.
The last 3 times you guys got in my head, I haven't been cutting the corner.
Because I'm the opposite. I said, "Oh, no, I couldn't possibly cut the
Hang
corner."
on,
We're talking purely
So for
because we've got to.
context, there's level 1 and there's level 2. Now, level 1's very busy. That's where everyone who
Level
goes
one
to
is
Coles...
public.
Yeah,
So
public.
yeah, we go through the Coles car park to get to the work car
Yeah.
park.
Level
underneath.
2
One.
isn't public.
I'm talking about level 1.
I would never cut.
See, I used to, and I still, even when we started these new hours, I still did it,
That's
even
crazy.
during
I've
the
kind of
day.
been thinking about it. Like I've been hesitating near it,
crazy.
and
Damn.
the last 3 or 4 times, I'm like, could have got away with that.
Yeah, same.
I
Yeah.
have now started cutting.
What's happened? It's all gone topsy-turvy.
The first week, maybe twice, I was like, I won't cut it. And now, since then, I've been cutting. And so far, touch wood, so good.
Because by cutting the corner, you mean you are driving down the wrong way, is what
Yes,
we're saying,
correct.
to get down a
You're
ramp.
driving again.
And I've had
Instead of
Imagine the
taking
best
a
way to do
really
it is
long way
imagine
around.
a circle and you enter at 6 and where you need to go is at 5.
Imagine a
But
clock.
rather than going from 6 to 5, which makes total sense because it's the shortest option,
You can only go left.
legally
Yeah.
you have to go
You gotta
around
go
the
all
Well,
around.
ramp.
I'll tell
But you
you
feel like
what.
a real bitch the whole time.
Yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
'cause sometimes you can make it.
You can choose to feel like a bitch, or I like to use it as like a little Grand Prix track.
Yes.
And you kind of yeet.
That's worse.
And you go.
What if there's like an old woman just there shopping, like
No,
sort
little
of?
well,
thrill.
that's part of it. You got to have your wits about you, and then by the time you get to the straight, you hit
how
on
Belle-
the straight,
You pin
and
it.
you just go.
That's how
and then
Belle switches on every
and then
morning.
90-degree angle, and
does
you're
the
in.
track.
It's great
Yeah.
fun.
But yeah,
To be fair, I pin it pretty hard, but I'm leaving work.
Yeah, but leaving work's short. It's too short.
but yeah, I just wanted to admit that because I claimed that I was never going to do it, and I've
Yeah,
done it. So
okay. No,
I
I'm
apologize.
glad. I'm glad, and I have been thinking about it. But I know as soon as I do it, first time,
And you got a big car too. Like you can't really squeeze next.
Thinking-
Got to fit the Navi in there, I guess.
Yeah, just gotta fit in there somewhere. I was thinking about downsizing, but it's a bit of a pain in the ass, really.
How you
Just
going
getting
to fit
a
in there?
hatch or
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, just something smaller. I mean, we don't really need a family car, do we? But,
No,
but it's just
you've got it now, so
yeah,
It's a
that's
kid car,
the
though,
kind
you
of thing.
Yeah,
It's kinda
it'd be
like,
it'd be
got it
less
now.
cost effective to downsize.
Probably, yeah.
It'd
That's
just
it.
be a bit of a hassle now.
Might just
wouldn't
run
it?
this one into the ground, I reckon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, why not?
Yeah, it's a very cute car.
Thank you.
Very
No, I
nice.
do. I like it. It's good for those Adelaide drives, which come up every now and then.
I got
That's
in trouble.
true.
Mate, I'm taking my convertible to Adelaide.
Oh, really?
next week.
The most
yeah.
serviced car.
Should we
Yeah.
right?
I've always driven bombs my whole life, and when we had Freddie, we wanted to upgrade to a safer car. Not my opinion, but that was Sam's opinion. So we decided to buy a new car for the first time in my life, and we
Wow.
got a Hyundai Tucson.
Oh, nice.
And it is. I don't like having a new car because everything on it in it's new, and you feel like every time you drive it, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Like it feels like you're devaluing every time you drive it.
You almost
essentially.
want to scratch it, like your
Yeah.
phone. You're like
Yeah.
you're too prissy about
Yeah,
it.
and now that I got in trouble because I took Freddie to the pool for a swim, and I didn't realise, but because I was obviously very wet in my trunks, but I d't dry off, and I got in the car, but I put my towel down on the seat, but I didn't take it out after. And so Sam got in the car, and she was like, "It stank like mouldy towel."
And now the seat has had that wet towel
Yeah,
sitting
yeah,
on it.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
now in
Remember
there.
that?
Oh,
Remember that? The
man.
shortest time you had a car that you got an Audi one time.
That was.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
about
again,
that regularly for some
Ben
reason.
bought an Audi and
I think
No,
about
yeah,
it
and I-
2
more
months.
than I should.
I was strongly against the Audi, and I think that was for me a big lesson in Sam's life because her dad drives an Audi, and he's retired, and when you're 65, yeah, cool, get an Audi. But she wanted one really bad, and I was super against
Was it?
it.
It was a second hand.
It was second hand. It was $9,500, right? $9,500. It was an Audi, and against my better judgment, we bought it. And in 3 months, something in it blew up in the engine. Had to get it checked out by a mechanic. Mechanic said the part to replace it is going to cost $13,000. Like something severe in the engine went.
Insane.
And so it was worth more to fix it than the car was worth. And I was lucky enough that the mechanic said. And I got two opinions, so it wasn't like the person ripping me off, and they said the exact same thing. And so the mechanic, I called the scrapyard. They said it was worth $500 scrap.
Whoa.
Mechanic gave me $1,000 because he thought he could fix it for cheaper in his spare time. So I was like, "Yeah, mate, you take it for $1,000." And I think that was a big lesson in Sam's life to
So you
not
lost
buy
$8,000.
ridiculous. I lost $8,000 on that car.
Can we get a poll list of people in this room that have an Audi?
One. No, I have an Audi.
And you just
got an
shit talked Audis for a long
Kristen's
time.
got an Audi.
I don't have
like it.
shares in the company.
No, but I
But
was
my
saying,
car, my car's fine.
Did you?
Good
I
as
like
well.
my
I think the problem was though because, and that's probably where it was half my fault. And if you think about it, it probably was my fault a bit of it because I didn't want to get one, and so I really looked and looked and looked. And when I found a really cheap one, I was like, "Well, we'll get that one," and so that's probably why because it was
Yeah.
doomed to blow up.
But did they know it was going to blow up?
They probably
Like,
did. They probably tried to.
They
give you a
probably
lemon.
gave me a
Yeah.
lemon. Yeah, I don't know.
No, Kristen's got an Audi, and I like it. It's nice.
But the problem with European cars is they cost so much to
yeah, I've
fix.
got an Italian
even
car. and
even
it's
to
like
get
nightmare.
serviced. is-
Volkswagens, Audis, all the European cars, they're super expensive. Whereas
I've
if
got
you
a
get a Japanese
Fiat.
car, they're usually way more economical.
Yeah. Oh well.
And
What are you
that's
gonna do?
that's a dad lesson for everybody.
That's it.
God
Ben's
bless you.
dad
And look,
lessons.
sometimes we have episodes where it ends with everyone laughing, and other times it's just like talking
Other
about.
times we're learning.
We talk about your car parts and that sort of stuff. But I don't. You never know.
Isn't it wild? You start with like wrestlers in movies,
yeah.
Yeah.
and you end up on car parts.
Oh, it'd be
Yep.
fun just to skip through. We should do a game where we get up old off airs and just find a rant, like drop it in the middle or somewhere, and just be like, "What are we talking about?"
What's the
You know what I
context?
mean?
That's funny.
Because and with the radio, obviously, there's a little bit of thought sometimes. It's like a story, something that's happened to you, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I remember when that happened to me in real life, or whatever." But like with the off-air podcast, it's just complete fugazi. It's
Yeah.
a wazzy. It's a
We're
woozy.
going to do a week of pods when we go on break for a week. Do we want to do week of topic tennis?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
was successful. I think
Definitely a
people enjoyed
couple
that.
of them.
That
yeah.
seems to be the crowd favourite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are, and before people ask in the Alpha Squad, we are planning on doing another Dungeons and Dragons episode.
Just don't know. Yeah,
It's a big undertaking.
and we've had a lot, like the moving of the show.
There's a lot going on.
That,
So the plan is to do another one day because we all
Yes.
thoroughly enjoy
Yeah,
it.
that's
I'd
fine.
say probably aim for June, July holidays. Do you think?
Potentially, the other thing is that costs money.
Yes,
we
I
got to
know.
pay the guy.
Yeah,
What
but
did the Dungeon Master cost?
I don't.
You should start a Patreon or GoFundMe.
I don't know if you.
Pay for a Dungeon
Imagine if we did a
Oh,
GoFundMe.
we should.
a
Can we do
Kickstarter.
are we
Yeah.
allowed to do that?
It's, I mean,
We
it's
can.
it's the pub test of we work on a major network and they're still giving us money. Like,
yeah, well, it
I
turns
know,
out
I know.
Sometimes
What do you want to
you
know?
look
not
the
saying-
richest, but you don't have
I wanted to
anything.
do that originally, but then I kind of went, like, we could. It feels weird. Feels robbing Peter to pay Peter.
Yeah, but we
you know?
don't have a show budget.
Okay, cool. If we want
We
to lean
don't
into that,
have
I'm cool with
any
that.
I get
money.
both sides. I
Yeah.
want money for the show, but I
Yeah.
also get.
Can we just do it like with him over there?
I think we could just get a patron in general, but
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure we still have to pay the guy.
Yeah, but we could all pay $50 each.
Well, Ben can't. He's $8,000 in the hole, so leave him out of it, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Is a Patreon? Jack? Give me the five. Explain to me like on five. What is a Patreon?
it's a subscriber model for someone's content. So I do this podcast. You can choose to support me because we do this on our own.
It's locked in Patreon, and when
no,
you
no,
pay,
like
you get it.
Yes.
Maybe you can choose to do that.
One of the crime podcasts I listen to is on Patreon. They say thank you for our patrons
Oh,
for
you
supporting
pay.
us. So you can either listen to the free one, which just comes out with ads,
Yeah.
or
Oh,
you can go
It's
through
usually- yeah.
Patreon and you can get them early without ads, and it's just a
Uncensored
subscriber.
sometimes.
service.
Thing is,
Yeah.
Or bonus
because
eps.
because
Yeah.
we're under Nova Entertainment, we couldn't do that with this podcast.
No, we couldn't.
Yeah, there you go.
Speaking of true crime and long drives to Adelaide, I decided to listen to your favourite podcast, Case File. Episode 106, I believe, Mark and John. Remember that one?
Is that the two guys in the apartment and
Sounds like a very biblical episode.
The online one, the chat room one.
a lot of
Bro.
online chat room ones,
really?
I'll be honest.
Oh my god! So I'm like,
Mark and John.
it's a real. Yeah, I looked up.
Oh, the cannibal one.
No, not
Oh.
cannibal. No, it was pretty trippy.
It's hard to explain without
It's
going too much
well,
detail.
I would love to explain it to you properly of what happens, but it's just like it's pretty wrong. It's
I
like-
had
Oh,
an
I
idea.
love the one I
So
listened
can
to
I-
today.
I'll give you
I
the
would
gist-
love
I'll give
to
you the
explain
gist
that
of it.
one
So-
too.
There was this kid-
Can I say really quickly? I reckon there's a great podcast
I
in,
know,
and I
we
keep
need-
saying it. I want
need to
Belle
do
to do a
it.
podcast where it's her explaining last week's case file in 5 minutes, but in her
As
words.
a trial, can I quickly explain to you the one I listened to
Well,
today?
Liam wants to
Jeez,
do his, so
it's
let's let
getting
Liam
close.
do
Okay,
it.
all right, we'll go. Yeah,
And
There we
then
are.
maybe-
We don't have his time.
Yeah, running out of
We don't have his
time. But I do want to hear that.
Alright, well, let's do it in 2 minutes each.
Okay.
So this one, this guy starts with this guy getting stabbed. You know, oh my god, what happened? He got stabbed. So basically, he's 15 years old. He's on a chat room, and like he makes his friend, and he has a girlfriend, and he has like it's pretty creepy. So he has all these other things. You know, clearly there's like pedophiles involved. So
Yeah.
it's like this kid's not talking to who he thinks he's talking to.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he has this one like real friend who's younger than him. He's like 14, and then he's in a relationship with his older sister who he's never met, and it's
kid
weird.
is.
Yeah. And then there's like someone who comes in who's like, I work for MI5, and like we need, you know, to prove your allegiance, you need to do this on camera. And that's
Whoa.
and you know, it's really
Yeah,
bad. It's horrible. But
Yeah.
he's like, okay, I'll do that because
Yeah.
I get 500 grand and a gun if I do this. And then he
Right.
thinks he's like a secret agent and all
How
this
old's the
stuff.
kid?
He's like 15.
Okay.
And the other kid's like 14.
Yeah.
And basically at the end of it, because the 15-year-old believes he has to kill his 14-year-old friend.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. To then, if he kills him, then he will be accepted into MI5,
Yeah.
and like, he like fully believes that because
Yeah.
he's just been online for so long.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What
it's-
era is this? Sorry,
it's
what
rules
year?
that are like early 2000s, like when chat rooms is like MSN sort of
Yeah,
thing.
right.
And so this is horrible. This like really happened.
Yeah.
But it turns out when the police got involved and got on all the computers and stuff, the 14-year-old had like 20 different personalities, which she was talking to this one guy with. And it's very sad. He wanted to die. So he somehow convinced his like only friend to kill him.
Oh my God.
And he survived. So
so
he got
he
stabbed.
did try.
Yeah,
The friend
he's got
tried.
stabbed him twice in the chest, and he like nearly bled out. But then he survived through it. And then they both just didn't do prison time because there's this weird thing where this one kid was convinced that he had to do it to save like the country, and it's like, why? Who would think that? Like he kept doing all this wild stuff.
remember
It's like,
that one,
and then I
yeah.
suppose you're like, yeah, I get he's a kid, maybe he's just like, you know, vulnerable, but it's the I was like, what?
Yeah.
Anyway, Belle, we do have 10 minutes before the show starts. so-
Less than 10.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we-
Belle,
We really don't have time.
The one I listened to today, these people who had lost loved ones kept going to their graves, and their graves were like a little bit different, but kind of not the same. And they're like, that's weird. Turns out they found this guy's apartment who had a lot of dolls in his apartment. Dolls set up around, and they look very lifelike. Turns out he was going to people's graves, and he was digging people's loved ones out of the graves, and then putting them in salt and stuff, and then preserving them and making them into dolls.
Pickles.
And then he was putting voice boxes inside their chest cavities. So when the cops went there to touch them, as soon as you touch a doll, it would go, hi.
what the hell, man?
But then some of the ones
This
was
is why I
like,
don't listen
the
to this
top
crap.
half of the body was a little bit too gone, so he cut it off and would save like the bottom half with another top half. So it's
Good recycling.
sad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not quite the off-air podcast.
Yeah, I reckon there's a podcast in that. I reckon if you had 5 minutes, you could go into some of the more
Oh,
details.
the one that I listened to the other day was kind of like Liam's one, where it's like, wait, you what? Oh,
Oh,
God,
yeah.
that person
I loved
did
the
that.
Santa House a big twist. and I was like,
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
it's going to be the kid's dad or something, and I'm like, oh my god, it was the kid was there's only 2 people involved in this whole thing. And keep in mind, Belle did hers much better than mine, but this was like a 2-hour podcast condensed into 5 minutes.
Good stuff.
Ooh.